Right, good afternoon, and joined alongside Ali and Christopher once again. And of course, we do want to apologize for the late start here in this DFA Premier League matchup between the LA Enterprise Bombers and Promex Harlem United. A game already underway. We're seeing some 14 minutes gone by in the first half, and the scores 2-1 in favor of the LA Enterprise Bombers. Of course, the Promex Harlem team, they took the lead thanks to a goal there from, we had that goal coming from Tyrell Grell in just the second minute of play. And then the Bombers responded in quick fashion. Two goals from Romario Wiggins, one in the 8th minute and another goal in the 12th minute of play. And it's the Bombers leading here, 2-1. I want to say good afternoon to Alian Christopher. Alian, what's going on?
Yes, Gavin, good afternoon, and good afternoon to all the listeners. It's a pleasure once again to be alongside you, Gavin, to bring the broadcast this football match. Of course, it is an exciting one. It's already showing and it's going to continue this way. Three goals, Gavin, coming inside the first 10 minutes the first 15 minutes that we have. As you mentioned, Romario Buggins, getting two there for the LA Bombers team. So the score right now, Gavin, 2-1 in favor of the North Side team, the LA Enterprise Bombers Football Club.
All right, and for the benefit of the viewers at home and joining us on the internet as well, the Bombers, Harlem Bombers, Promex Harlem Bombers, they're sporting the white and black jerseys, uniforms, and of course the LA Enterprise Bombers in red and white, and it's been dubbed the Battle of the Bombers. I saw the chats, the the hype on social media earlier this week. A lot of bragging rights, for the right to be using the name Bombers. And it looks like, as it stands, the Portsmouth team seems to have earned that right. So it's 2-1 in favor of the LA Enterprise Bombers here at Windsor Park. And just for the benefit of the listeners as well, the Harlem team currently in 6th position with 15 points. LA Enterprise Bombers right on their heels with 14 points. And both teams, of course, Harlem having won 5 games, they lost 5. And the Bombers, they won 4, lost 4, and they drew 2. So Harlem leading the point standings over over the LA Enterprise Bombers just by 1 point. As we're here at the stadium. Now we have another game on this afternoon. It's another doubleheader. We have We United, the newcomers to the league and currently in 2nd place in the point standings. They'll be taking on the bottom place team, Exodus. And Exodus yet to record a win this season. They've played some 10 games. They've lost all 10. And they'll be hoping to see if they can get some points this afternoon, their first points of the season, as they look to climb out of the relegation 13th zone. Now, Ariane, we had some very interesting football yesterday, exciting football yesterday.
Of course, Gavin, exciting football yesterday, and we're looking for the same today. Yesterday, we had the Petro Caribe Pointe Michel Football Club team going down, to the East Central team after they took the lead. Good football from both teams. Starrel Seraphine, the star player, I would have to say, for the East Central team, coming in the second half and changing things for the team, the East Central Football Club, over the Pointe Michel team. And then we had a big match, Gavin. A good one from the Buffet State Football Club and the Sagicor Southeast. We saw early red card in that match. Yes, Gavin, we saw early red card in that match, and Sagicor Southeast played with 10 men and managed to earn a point. So good football, and then we're looking for the same this afternoon. Of course, the weather condition is looking a little bit better in terms of yesterday, hot sun. And we have Romario Buggins in for a hat-trick, Gavin. No, he doesn't get it. And it's well defended there by the Harlem player, that's Chris Jolly. So, Gavin, some exciting football today once again.
Yes, it's been lovely end-to-end football for the first 15 minutes, while we were off air. And it seems that the action is continuing here at the stadium, as you see Kasim Peltier, number 9 there, on that ball. But it looks, we'll just quickly give you the Harlem squad, because we haven't done that yet, and we'll also give you the players for the Portsmouth team, the LA Enterprise Bombers team. as the ball there is in the far side of the seas. It goes out for a goal kick. So we'll use that opportunity now to just give you the starting lineups for the Harlem football team. We have Elwin Jaloui in goal, Rashio Juve, also Jahim Maxim, Eustace Marshall, Chris Jolly, Donan Juve, Kasim Peltier, number 9, Zion Emmanuel, of course, as the son of the legendary Kenrick Sultan Emmanuel. And we also have Tyrell Grell, who scored that opening goal of the match in the 2nd minute, and Odell Laville, a national youth player as well, also a senior player as well, and Odell Francis. That's the starting 11 for the Harlem team. Alian, you can give us the starting lineup for the Bombers.
Yes, and it is Kimani Thomas that is the man in goal, number 22. We have Erskine Williams, Usher George, Aldrin Lawrence, Eddie Thomas, Doan LeBlanc, Romario Biggins with 2 goals already, Davon George, Jamie Parillon, Johansson Bridet, Oris Mills, Tyrick Joseph, Jenny Edwards, Cobin Paul, Jalen Johnville, Malik Valentine, Julie Henry, Kadim Moses.
Okay, so the Bombers team, of course, they traveled with their numbers, full squad here this afternoon, as we see Harlem looking now to try to draw level and get that equalizer. And so far it's been very exciting football, end-to-end stuff.
Indeed, it is.
Both teams with numerous raids on each other's goals. As we see another ball being played across there to the number 12 player. Of course, that's... and that ball just going out. Would it stay in play? No, it goes out. And it will be another corner kick for Harlem.
Well, Gavin, so far we've been treated to some good football, good opening football. We've gone, about 20 minutes so far? We've been treated already to some good action at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. So the score, if you're just joining us, 2-1 in favor of the LA Enterprise Bombers Football Club, taking on the Harlem Sports Club.
Okay, so we're into the 22nd minute of play as we have this corner kick coming in from the left side. And a very poor corner kick there, poor set piece. Not too sure what exactly happened there, but it's gone out. And it will be a goal kick for the Bombers team. Of course, Ariane, the Bombers opting to play out of the back, and that's something that we've seen in our football in recent times. Teams looking to keep the possession as the ball there went out of play. Looks like a player lost his bearings there as we're still battling with the various lines on the field. Last week Sunday we had the track and field meet here at the stadium, and the lines have not disappeared yet. But we have our first break for the afternoon. Is the water break, and we're into the 23rd minute of play. And the officials have stopped the game for the mandatory water break, something that has been put in place in light of the COVID-19. And the players are off a water break. So I think at this point in time, no, we will not take a word from our sponsors at this time, but we'll probably do so in a little bit. And we just want to apologize for the lack of the visuals on the screen at this time. We are experiencing some technical difficulties. We're trying our best to rectify that. Of course, the scores, in case you're just joining us, 2-1 in favor of the LA Enterprise Bombers. And we had Harlem getting onto the score sheet first through a goal for Tyrell Grell, and it was a spectacular goal, Ali and Christopher. As a matter of fact, it's just a shame that our viewers didn't get to see it, but it was a bicycle kick. And a moment of magic, one may say, that put Harlem in front.
And very early in the match too, Gavin. And it's one for the cameras, to catch actually an overhead kick, and we saw a lot of those yesterday, in fact, but none getting in the back of the net except this one for today. Tyrell Grell opening the score sheet with an overhead kick this afternoon.
And then the response from Portsmouth was swift, and we saw Romario Biggins getting that goal there in the 8th minute of play. A lovely piece of individual skill, getting that goal and drawing the two teams level.
Yeah, but Gavin, it was a very good goal, but we have to talk about the pass that made that first goal, the opening goal, that pass from Corbin Paul, who is wearing the number 12 jersey for the LA Enterprise Bombers Football Club. Corbin Paul with that beautiful pass, threading through the defensive line of the Harlem Sports Club team and putting his player, Romario Buggins, on for goal.
And then Romario Buggins was at it again in just the 12th minute of play. And that one was an easy one. Like you said, his first goal came off an assist from Corbin Paul. The second one, he also got a good assist, and it was basically a tap-in for him in front of the goal. And Romario Buggins made it 2-1 in favor of the Bombers team in the 12th minute of play. He had an opportunity for a hat-trick a little while after, but we saw some good goalkeeping and also good defending as well from Chris Jolly, and that kept Harlem in the game for the time being.
Well, it's going to be a good encounter between both teams. Gavin, good encounter between both teams. We see the two teams already attacking, not hanging around, attacking from end to end. So it's going to be an end-to-end thing this afternoon, end-to-end stuff. And you just join in. It is LA Enterprise Bombers FC 2 and Harlem 1. And we're on the way for the restart after the drinks break. And Harlem doing the attacking at the media center end, and it goes to the goalkeeper, Kimani Thomas.
Right, so the Portsmouth team, of course, former champions in the DFA Premier League. They won the championship a few years ago, and they've seen a decline in fortunes in recent times, and looking to find their way back up the ladder. They had a more or less a disappointing first round by their standards. They lost some games that they could have won, given the talent that they have in the squad. But they look to be climbing back up the points table now.
Yeah, we can just say it's a shift in gear, Gavin. They're getting the points now, playing some much better football than they started in the first round. Losing some points, easy points you may say, but this is LA Bombers for you, and let's just see what happens come the end of the season.
Now Harlem, on the other hand, they got off to a strong start, as they always do, they usually do. And we see a cross coming in. They're up, go ahead. Erskine Williams, they're a bit too much there, and he put the Harlem player there under a bit of pressure. However, the ball went out for a throw-in for Harlem. But Harlem got off to a pretty decent start, as they've always done in the past. But they seem to have lost some steam in recent times. A defeat as a ball coming in there, played a little bit too heavy, and straight to the goalkeeper there. But they lost a little bit of steam in recent times. Losses to the Mahousuka Strikers, as there's a long ball there attempted for number 10 for the Bombers team, and number 10 is Jamie Parilo, and a bit too much on that goal clearance there from the goalkeeper. So it's Harlem again in control. Kasim Peltier, of course, overseas base player, studying in the United States. As a matter of fact, Ali and Harlem, they're boasting of a number of overseas based players. We have Eustace Marshall, Kasim Peltier, Zion Emmanuel. Also, Chris Jolly, I believe, is one of the overseas players. Nice ball comes in, a shot there, and well blocked in the end by the number 16 player there for Portsmouth. Number 16 is Doan Libla, and a good block there, because definitely that shot was on target there, and it would have caused some trouble. But as I was saying, the Harlem team boasting of some overseas-based players studying in the United States.
Yeah, well, Gavin, while we can say they boast of a number of players, overseas-based players, we can also say both teams have a lot of national players in their squad. So that's something we have to look out for. And we have the LA Bombers team on the attack, and that's a lovely pass to Romario Buggins, but Romario Buggins looking to put it back to his player, not quite.
As you see, the Bombers again on the attack, looking to lay it off there to the number 11 player. The number 11 player for the Bombers team is
Usher
George.
And it's Harlem now with the ball in the center of the park. That's Donan Javier with the ball, and he lets it off to Eustace Marshall. Back to his keeper, Jean-Louis. Back to Eustace Marshall on the far end. And Harlem looking to just control the play from for now. Harlem, in fact, took the lead in the second minute of play, but have soon gone behind thanks to 2 goals by Romario Buggins. And that's a long ball over the top looking for Odell Laville. But good defensive work. There's a shout, Gavin, for penalty, but not given by the referee, and the goalkeeper clears.
Well, I saw a bit of tugging and pulling there, but it seems that both players were guilty of it, and in the end, the referee there, it looks like honorary, the official for this game here, allowing play to continue. So it's an overcast afternoon, Alian. Sun is out as well, a bit overcast. We look over again to the Botanic Gardens. From our vantage point, we can see some cricket on the way. We have the Marina Blasters taking on the Tremors at the Botanic Gardens. So lots of sporting activities on the way in Dominica. Netball, also the district sports division district's netball tournament is underway in Marigot or in Wesley this afternoon. And also at Benjamin's Park, we also have another cricket game. The Granby Colts are taking on the St. Paul's Cricket Academy down there.
Yeah, so we can well say that sports is back and live in the Commonwealth of Dominica, Gavin, and that's good for us right here. So we have the Portsmouth team with possession now. In the middle with Oris Mills, and driving forward, tries to beat his man, but good defensive work there by the Harlem player. That's the number 13. And he looks for a long ball for the number 10.
Well, it seems that the Harlem team, they have noticed a bit of a weakness in the defense of the Bombers. That's about the third long ball I've seen in the last few minutes. And every time it seems to be posing just a little bit of a threat. That last long ball there, just a little bit out of the reach out of the number 10 player for Harlem, that's Don and Juve. But as we saw yesterday, for example, you never know, when you'll succeed. We saw that game with Pointe Michel and East Central, was it, where East Central, just banging at the door, and eventually they made the breakthrough.
Yeah, and but a lot of missed opportunities to Gavin early on. As you mentioned, they were banging on the door, but literally, they kept it up, and eventually they got the goal that they wanted, and eventually they went on to win it through Starrel Serafin, as that ball now goes out of touch there, and will be a throw into Harlem United.
But Alian, just observing the crowd, I mean, yesterday we had a bumper crowd here at the stadium. Today's it's a 2 o'clock game. The numbers are still a bit small, but I remember back in the day, whenever you had Harlem playing, especially at the Windsor Park, or maybe even at the Geneva playing field, they would have busloads of supporters. The entire Harlem community would come out and support. We haven't quite seen that this afternoon, as we see Portsmouth with an interception there. And number 7, Romario Buggins, looking to find a player there, but Harlem was up to the challenger. Kasim Peltier, it looked like, who made the clearance. But we haven't seen that sort of crowd support from Harlem in recent times.
Well, no, we haven't seen that, in fact, in recent times. But just after the game started, I took a little peep just below us, Gavin, and majority of the crowd is for the LA Bombers Football Club. So you hear when they're going down, you hear that horn shout like right now.
Right.
That's for the LA Bombers Football Club. The supporters are dominating below. But you can hear 1 or 2 fans for the Harlem.
Right, as Harlem there, they've won a free kick as the number 18 driving that ball there, but he's lost possession, and he's done well to win it back, and gets it out to Donan Juve, who swings across, looking to find the number 7 player. That's Odell Francis, who's given the ball away, and now Portsmouth looking to catch Harlem on the counter. Pass there a bit too heavy, and it's gone back to the goalkeeper, Elwin Jalui. who's in the bright green. You really thoroughly can't miss him on the field. In the shocking color, neon green.
Both teams out to attack, Gavin. Both teams coming out to show that, hey, we have persons up front that can score goals. Because yesterday we had a number, for both games, we had a number of chances up front. Number of, players getting opportunities up front and squandering their opportunities. But today, Gavin, we've seen the attacking prowess of both teams. Romario Begins getting 2 quick goals, and we saw that one there from Tyrell Grell to open today's proceedings. So we're hoping that at least we can see more of the attacking for both teams.
Yes, as Harlem has a free kick there and an opportunity to maybe get a few players into the box. So I think it's a bit far out for a shot, but I noticed Kasim Peltier is lined up over it. There's a 3-man wall. Let's see what happens. And he looks to squeak that one there underneath the wall. He got it past under the wall, but straight to the goalkeeper for the Portsmouth team, and that's the man between the middle for Portsmouth is Kimani Thomas, the man between the sticks there for the Portsmouth team. As I'm looking up to the east, Alian, and I'm seeing some showers descending from the Roseau Valley. So it looks like our friends in Wharton Waven and Trafalgar and Loda, they're getting some showers as we speak, and it looks to be heading down our way here in the city.
Of course, the players wouldn't be too angry about that because, outside in the sun, it's really hot. But I'm trying to figure out if it is as hot as yesterday, Gavin, because yesterday, it was really hot.
Well, I'm not interested to find out. All I know is that I'm in the comfort of the air condition here. I think it's the National Bank of Dominica booth in the stadium. We're in the VIP. I'm taking a look at the game as we can hear the rain now coming down on the rooftop there of the stadium, and we can also see just to our right the cricketers have also left the field, and we can see the covers making its way onto the field there, the Botanic Gardens. So the rain will stop cricket, but it definitely won't stop football, and the game continues here. We have another infringement. It's going to be another free kick for Harlem.
Well, first of all, that ball hit the referee, and that's why he's now giving a drop ball to Chris Jolly. He tried to make a pass, and that ball hitting referee Honoré. But Harlem looking to attack again, but that ball going wide, and Bombers will get it out.
Okay, so just want to, for the programming notes there, we seem to be getting our system back up and running. The scores are now available on the screen. So once again, we do want to apologize that we didn't have that on the screen earlier on, but you can see it's 2-1 in favor of the Portsmouth team. And the time there, just looking at the amount of time gone so far, 37 minutes into the first half of play. So we have about 8 minutes in this first half. And it's pretty much been all Portsmouth, while the majority of the play going to Portsmouth, and it's reflecting in the scoreline. As there's a ball there, opportunity, out came the Russian goalkeeper Kimani, and a shot there blocked by, looks like Erskine Williams, and it's gone back to Donan Juve, who has it on the left, looking to cut across there. Lovely cross coming in. Up go ahead, and a point blank save there by Kimani. And good goalkeeping, but the pressure is still there. And the Harlem player goes down, and the referee is blowing his whistle. Yes, he's blowing his whistle, and he's signaled a foul. But a lovely cross there from Donan Gervais, Alian, and equal to the task was the goalkeeper with that brilliant save.
Of course, Gavin, he made that save look too easy, and that header well met by Odell Francis, the number 7 there for Harlem. Coming on the far end of the defender, and meeting that one nicely in the air. But Kimani Thomas equal to that one and keeping LA Bombers Football Club in the lead. So the scores remains 2-1 to the Bombers Football Club. Harlem getting a good opportunity there to level the proceedings just before the halftime whistle as the showers continue to come down. But the scores remain 2 goals to 1. LA Enterprise Bombers Football Club 2 and Harlem Sports Club 1.
Yes, so we seem to have another break in play. It looks like the medic is on the field for the goal, attending to the goalkeeper as well, and also the referee having a chat there at the point where the foul took place. So we can tell you that Harlem will have a free kick in a very dangerous position there. A chance for them to draw level on the stroke of half time. We have about 5 minutes to go before the interval here at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. Of course, we want to let the listeners know, the viewers know as well, that the other game this afternoon, we'll see We United, newcomers to the Premier League, and they're having an amazing start to this year's tournament. Newcomers and the second place, they will be facing the last place Exodus team, who are yet to pick up a single point in the tournament. I don't know, you've played 10 games, you're yet to pick up a single point. I know in some examinations, if you spell your name correctly, you already get some points, but I'm not too sure what's going on with Exodus. But here comes a free kick, and it's well met there by Erskine Williams, it looks like, and the ball looks like it will be going out. No, it's kept in by the number 15, and he passes across now to, it looks like Donan Juve, who's looking to find the player there on the offside, and he's given offside. Yeah, so given offside, so it's going to be a spot kick now for, or a free kick, I should say, for the Bombers team.
Well, Gavin, Exodus are really struggling this season. As you say, played 10 games and haven't really gotten onto the winning, gotten any wins under their belt, but struggling, and they're coming up against We United, who are in some decent form. You know, picking up a win against their rivals not too long ago against East Central, a 1-0 win at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. So it's going to be an even contest later on between We United and Exodus, but I'm not sure how it's going to pan out for the Exodus Football Club.
Well, I'm looking at the Exodus football team. They've only managed, as we have a ball coming across the face of goal there, lovely attempt there, and the flag stayed down. So had it gone in, that would have counted there. And lovely play there from Harlem. I just couldn't find the ball on target. But just taking a look at the Exodus team, they've played 10 games. They've only managed to score 5 goals in the 10 games, and they've conceded 31 goals. That's a goal difference of minus 26, and they're on 0 points. And they're 15 points away from safety. So with 10, well, is it 10 games or is it 8 games to go? They will need to win at least 5 or 6 of them to get themselves out of that safety net. So the room for margin of error, I should say, for Exodus is literally running out. You know, maybe 1 or 2 more defeats and their fate could be sealed as very early in the second round, and they will be facing, well, they would have been relegated very early in the second round. So back here, the ball at midfield, Harlem again looking to see if and that should be a foul, and yes, it's given. The player there's just sticking his leg out and catching the Harlem player. The free kick sticking quickly, and too quickly for the liking of referee Honoré. Of course, Honoré, I believe, is a customs officer as well, so he's in law enforcement, and you know, he's a no-nonsense guy when it comes to his officiating. Just like our good friend yesterday, you know, no-nonsense guy yesterday, who I will say good afternoon, of course, to Carlisle John Baptist. I know he's locked in, always following the football, and here comes across, and that one, a poor effort there, going out of play, and it's going to be goal kick. So just about a minute to go, plus whatever time the officials decide to add on for stoppage time in this first half. And the score is 2-1, overcast and drizzling now. The sun is gone for the moment. And lovely conditions for football. You know, we have the wet field, and the ball will definitely be skidding there across to make the passing easier for the players. I'm not too sure if the goalkeepers will like it, you know, if the ball is skidding like that, but for the players on the outfield, that's their bread and butter. As trying a through ball there, well met by the Portsmouth defense, and it's gone out for a throw-in.
Well, of course, Gavin. The game started off very nice, very hot, exciting, but it has since cooled down a bit. Both teams really just attacking, but nothing really coming off it. As we have Harlem making another attack. It's Tyrell Grail on the far end, and he tries to beat Erskine Williams, but Erskine has the better of him, and that ball is still there with Erskine, and it goes out for a goal kick. So and you can see also Erskine is shouting at his defenders, for something that's going on wrong there. But the score remains 2-1 to LA Enterprise as we count down for the halftime and whatever is given for extra time in the halftime. So here is Corbin Paul on the ball. Corbin Paul driving forward, but doesn't get to pass Eustace Marshall. Now Eustace Marshall will drive forward with Odell Laville in support, but tries to go alone and loses out. But Odell Laville has it, the young national footballer. Odell beats his man and swings in a left-footed cross, but too wide and over the bar.
And I believe the referee signaling there for a goal kick. We're just winding down this first half here. As we also want to say a good afternoon to Sharon Burton, who is locked in and listening all the way in the United States. Of course, Sharon Burton, former sports reporter at DVS Radio. Well, I don't want to say former because, the door is always open for him to return. So, sports reporter at DVS Radio, Sharon Burton. Well, say good afternoon to him, as well as we have the heavens have opened up here at the stadium. It's really pouring down now. And we're just hoping that, the rain wouldn't stop the football unless, as we see this attack there by number 10. He looks up, finds the space there, but good defending in the end there. Looks like Eustace Marshall, and Harlem now looking to see if they can get a final counter before the end of the first half. He has two options in front. He played the greedy role and he lost the ball, and it's now Portsmouth now on the attack again. End-to-end football here, swinging across there, no, took a deflection, and allowed the goalkeeper Jajak to come out quickly and get that one. And Harlem again with another opportunity on the far side there, and not many options. However, Donald Gervais is with it. Passes back to the player on the far side. Looks to cut in, and he does. And this could be trouble. Across the face of goal, and it will be a throw-in. So lovely idea there. Challenging the player there on the far side and looking to play it across the face of goal there. But the Portsmouth players, it looks like Erskine Williams, I believe, was up to the challenge there and got that ball cleared.
Yeah, so it's a good attack for the Harlem team there, Gavin. So they well defended again for Bombers, and it will be a throw-in, and that is Kasim Peltier with the long throw. Come and he throws it in, but it's well met by the Bombers defender. But yes, Chris Jolly with the long range, and he misses that kick, Gavin, as the ball now goes to the Bombers team, and he looked for support. He finds it on the far end with Romario Buggins looking to go over the top but that ball will be called offside.
Well, I'm not too sure if the linesman had that one correct. It looked to me like he may have just been onside, and that's the halftime whistle. And that's the position here at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. It's the LA Enterprise Bombers 2 and the Promex Harlem United 1. Of course, Promex Harlem United getting onto the score sheets first. Goal coming from Tyrell Grell in just the second minute of play. A wonderful bicycle kick that put Harlem in front. But then we saw Romario Buggins, who really came alive and quickly answered with 2 goals, one in the 8th minute, one in the 12th, and it's been 2-1 ever since. And that's the position at the halftime here at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. So, Alian, I think we'll go to for a commercial break at this point in time. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes with the second half action here at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium.
about his top side. You know, he playing top off. You didn't have it yesterday too, that?
Yeah. I read one yesterday, yeah.
What's up, Monkey? Why do you bring that again today?
I'm trying to keep on in there, come in.
Oh, he got me.
Capital acid. The lower case one is capital.
Boy, you really look like you did one yesterday. One year. What? It's okay, you know, the two or free. All right, and welcome back to the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. And we're here for the second half action in this DFA Premier League matchup between Central Corp, not Central, but the LA Enterprise Bombers and Provex Harlem United. And of course, the scores are 2-1 in favor of the LA Enterprise Bombers. And we're just trying to sort out one or two technical issues that we're experiencing at this time. I want to make sure everything is okay and ready to go for this broadcast. And referee Honorary has blown the whistle. And second half action underway here at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium.
Yes, and it's the LA Bombers team who kicks off the second half. Gavin on the way. As we see, Oris Mills taking a little knock there to his ankle. And Erskine Williams will step over the ball, the number 2 there for the LA Bombers team. He passes that ball to Aldrin Lawrence, the number 4 for Bombers, who goes wide. And LA Bombers looking to control proceedings at the start of the second half. But that ball will just roll up to the Harlem goalkeeper, Jean-Louis.
Okay, so Harlem looking to see if they can play out of the back, keep some possession, maybe knock the ball around and try to break through. No, I spoke too early. They're playing a long ball and looking to see if they can set out the man free there, but it's a 2-on-1 advantage. He was also pushed as well, and the referee has given free kick. I believe that was number 2 from the Bombers team. Erskine Williams there, who was pushed in the back by number 16 from
game. In yesterday's match, our no-nonsense referee had already brandished 2 yellow cards and of course, a red card. But this afternoon, we're seeing a referee Honorary going a bit easy on the players on outside.
All right. Referee again has seen something I didn't like. He's signaled that it'll be a free kick. So a foul and a free kick for Portsmouth. Very advanced position here on the field. And a chance for Portsmouth maybe to get onto the score sheet first in the second half and extend that lead. Of course, you're never comfortable with a 1-goal advantage. Earlier, you know, the flick of a moment, things can change. And we're seeing 2 players over the ball, number 10, Jamie Parilo, and number 12, Corbin Paul. Looks like it's going to be Jamie Parilo to take it, a 2-man wall. He's lays it off Corbin Paul, who makes a mess of things. And the ball will be out of play, and it will be a throw-in for Harlem United.
Yeah, well, Gavin, you mentioned having a 1-goal lead, but we saw how quickly the LA Bombers team took that lead after going behind. So we never know what can happen. And the second half, we might expect, things to get a little bit faster as we look to close up the play. But we have Harlem United on the far end, and here's a pass going up to the number 18 for Harlem, who controls nicely and lays it off to Jaime Maxim. And Jaime Maxim looking for some support with Donan Gervais, who crosses in deep, and Tyrell Grell couldn't get the ball, and indeed he fouls his opponent.
Yeah, so Harlem getting a few passes in, and but however the end product there in the final third not necessarily up to what they would have liked to see, and of course another free kick conceded for Harlem, and it's taken there by the goalkeeper Portsmouth, Erskine Williams with it. Of course, Erskine Williams played in Trinidad and Tobago last season. He played for Kunapia FC in Trinidad alongside Donan Gervais, who's also played for Harlem. Donan Gervais was a member of the Kunapia FC team in Trinidad and Tobago. As Portsmouth now looking to see if they can mount an attack. Is intercepted there by number 7, who played the ball back and he gave it away, and then he fouled. Actually, no, he was fouled by the number 11 player there from Portsmouth. That's just quickly get that name there for you. Number 11, Usher George, guilty of the infringement there. But Harlem playing in the back, looking to see if they can string a few passes. Ball given away there, and it will be a throw-in for number 13, that's Jaime Maxim. And who gives it away now? And it's Jamie Parillo. He has 2 defenders to meet, one approaching from the back, and the defense from Harlem up to the task. As a matter of fact, I also saw a shin guard fly out there, so it's something they'll probably have to pick up. But now it's Harlem looking to see if they can launch a counter-attack, and a poor attempt at a cross there from number 18, Ratio Gervais, and something that he'll probably want to take back if he could do a do-over. But here's Portsmouth again playing from the back. Erskine Williams finding the number 11 player there for Portsmouth, Usher George. He beats his man, and looking to see if he can go forward, though. The Harlem player there recovered nicely, and Usher George is forced to play that ball back. And now we have Erskine Williams with it, looking to find Jamie Parillo, who lays it off to number 7 for the Portsmouth team. And it's still Portsmouth in possession. And just a slip there, and it's gone out of play. Throw in for Harlem.
Yeah, well, the game starting nicely in the second half, Gavin. Both teams, of course, already looking to show what can happen in the second half. But we have to wait and see what's going to happen. We have a player down on the far end as the medic is just running across to check upon him. So the score right now, 2-1, LA Enterprise still in the lead. We've just started the second half of this first match of a doubleheader. Of course, coming up at 4 p.m. we have We United, who are in second position, who they will be taking on the bottom placed Exodus Football Club. And Exodus Football Club have played so far 10 games and have yet to register any win. Yet to register a win in this year's competition, and they will be needing a lot of points to at least save themselves from relegation.
Okay, and as we have a little stoppage in play there, maybe I just want to bring our football fans up to date with some news on a very important team there, the Arsenal football team. We all know Arsenal, the #1 football team in England. And we're getting word that they're about to sign a Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang very soon, as a long ball being played there and is given offside. So offside decision there. Of course, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang about to sign a new deal for Arsenal. I'm getting the news there. Expected to happen sometime this week. Also, Arsenal expected to sign a defender from Lille. That's Gabriel. Another big signing there for the Gunners. Of course, Alian, big teams, big players go to big teams. We don't expect small clubs like Tottenham to get any major signings,
Gavin, I will not be involved in this one this afternoon, though. Tottenham and Arsenal competitions.
But
we have,
there's nothing to fear, Alian. I
we have
mean, the Arsenal supporters way outnumber the Tottenham fans in Dominica. I mean, if we have 100 football supporters, we'll probably have 98 of them being Arsenal fans, and maybe two for Tottenham. So it looks to me that Tottenham fans are like endangered species, you know, and they're probably on the protected list. Of course, we have one here in the booth with us, so we try our best to protect him by all means. But anyway, we'll continue with the broadcast at hand here. It's our Bombers versus the Bombers. The battle for the name, the right to use the name Bombers. Harlem Bombers and, of course, LA Enterprise Bombers. And exciting football here at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium.
Well, so far the LA Bombers in control, in the lead, 2-1, Gavin. So the LA Bombers, if things stand right now, they will be holding the right to keep the name LA Bombers. And there's Harlem coming down with Odell Francis laying it back off to Jaime Maxim. And Jaime Maxim plays on to Dunan Juve, who goes back in defense to Zion Emmanuel. Zion Emmanuel looking for Chris Jolly in the center of midfield. And Chris Jolly with a loose pass. And the LA Bombers player now playing to the number 10, and he moves forward. He goes forward, drives one, beats two. As he goes for the shot, but it's wide of the post and not troubling keeper Jean-Louis for Harlem United. So the score still remains 2-1 to LA Bombers, with Harlem getting another opportunity on goal. Well, sorry, not Harlem, but LA Bombers Football Club getting another opportunity on goal. Of course, they are 2-1. They are in the lead since in the 12th minute.
And we're into the 55th minute here in the second half. As we see, another long ball there. So Harlem are trying to utilize the long ball to their advantage. And hasn't quite worked out for them. The Portsmouth defense there being led by Erskine Williams up to the task so far. Apart from that moment of magic in the first half where we saw that bicycle kick from Tyrell Grell, there hasn't really been anything to trouble the Portsmouth defense per se. But Harlem now adopting a little bit of a tight press there, looking to see if they can win back that ball. And they've done so. And let's see what they can make of it. No, they've given it away. It's Portsmouth now looking to break on the counter-attack. He has one. He's looking to find Jamie Parilo there, but that pass was just a little bit overhit. And is Harlem back in possession.
Well, Gavin, we can see some action on the bench. We see some players warming up, so there might be some change quickly. But Romario Bergins on goal for a hat-trick. And Gavin, he gets the hat-trick, and Romario Bergins puts Portsmouth 3-1. 3 goals up, LA Bombers Football Club. Romario Bergins with the hat-trick, Gavin, and this is what we came to see. So LA Bombers 3-1. Romario Bergins with all 3 goals for the LA Bombers Enterprise.
But that was basically a lapse in concentration there by the Harlem defense, and we can see one or two of the players putting up their hand, taking ownership there for that mistake, because literally Romario Bergins just ran straight down the center there, and no one was able to put a check onto him. And he had a one-on-one opportunity with the keeper towards the end, and he took advantage of that and started in his 3rd goal of the afternoon. And the Portsmouth team now one may say in full control of this match. That goal coming in about the 57th minute or 56th minute of play, it looks like, and Harlem now in all sorts of trouble as they now down 3-1 at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. We're seeing the resumption of play. What will be Harlem's response now? They're 2 goals down. They're going to have to be a lot more attacking. They're probably going to have to eliminate that long ball threat there and look to try to play the ball onto the ground. But here's another attack now for Portsmouth. It's Jamie Parilo who lays it off for the number 5, back to Jamie Parilo. This could be trouble. He has the keeper to beat, and no, the keeper comes out there, gets nudged, and he plays the ball into touch and it will be a throw-in. But end to end, well, not end to end, but it's Portsmouth now on the ascendancy, Alian.
Yeah, well, Harlem are finding it difficult to get out from their own half at the moment. LA Bombers uh, doing what they came here to do, and right, we can see a little tussle out there. The ball back now to Bombers, and he plays it out looking for Jimmy Parilon. Jimmy Parilon goes overhead to Usher George. Usher George has two defenders to beat, and that ball will go out for a corner. So, of course, LA Enterprise Bombers Football Club, Gavin, controlling the game at the moment in the restart of the second half. 3-1 so far. Romario Biggins with all 3 goals for LA Enterprise Bombers Football Club, as we see a double substitution for Harlem United. Well, 3 substitutions. It looks like 3 substitutions, Gavin, coming off one time, and there's 1 substitution for the LA Enterprise Bombers Football Club. So we will put you up to date as to the players making their way on field.
Yes, it looks like our coach Don Leogal are looking to, well, not coach Don Leogal, is it coach Leogal or is it, yes, it's coach Don Leogal looking to shake things up for the Harlem team. They're down 2-1. We have about, we're at the hour mark now, so about half an hour to go in this game. Harlem has to find 2 goals to keep themselves in the matchup. Otherwise, they will be conceding all 3 points. But here is another corner kick. It's taken short and is across the goal. And dive up the header there from Erskine Williams goes just wide. And had that one been on target, it would have been the 4th goal. Alian, Erskine Williams, the uncontested header. Maybe he should have done a lot better with that. Maybe he was surprised with the fact that he was uncontested. As we see, we have a little bit of a distraction there on the field.
Yes, Gavin. It looks to be the 5th defender for the LA Bombers Football Club. It's a dog on the field, but the play goes on nonetheless as the ball is kicked wide.
I'm still trying to wonder how did that dog get onto the field, but now it's a Harlem with the attack now. And player, they're looking to play across the face goal, and no, it goes out. It's going to be a goal kick. And was trying to see who that player is there. But I think he took the wrong option, Alian. He had 2 players in the box with him. Maybe he could have pulled it back instead of trying to go for that moment of glory there. And a rare attack for Harlem. And they're not able to capitalize on that. But I think the question of the day is, how did that dog enter the stadium?
And to find itself on the pitch, Gavin, and you saw no substitution made. But nonetheless, I can tell you, Gavin, Romario Biggins has been substituted for the LA Enterprise Bombers Football Club as play continues, and this will be an offside decision, an easy one there for the linesman there for on our end there.
So the hat trick, the guy who has the hat trick has been substituted?
Yes, that's the hat trick hero there for LA Enterprises Bombers Football Club. Romario Biggins is substituted.
Okay, so interesting tactics there from the head coach of the Portsmouth team. That's Ellington Sabin Dunga, as he's commonly known. And maybe there's a specific reason as to why Romario Biggins was substituted. But here's Harlem looking to chase down that loose ball there. But Erskine Williams